few weeks ago, my cat suddenly froze and started staring at an empty corner of the room. No sound, no movement, nothing that I could see. For a moment, I honestly thought my cat was seeing a ghost. But when I started researching what cats can actually see and hear, I discovered something far more fascinating. Your cat is living in a completely different world than you are. Right now, there are sounds in your room that your cat can hear but you can't. There are patterns on your walls that your cat can see but you're completely blind to. And there may even be tiny movements happening around you that your cat detected seconds ago. The truth is, your cat isn't imagining things. It's experiencing more of reality than you are. Today we're counting down 10 incredible things your cat can see and hear that humans simply can't. And trust me, number 1 completely changed how I look at my own cat. Let's begin. 10. The ultraviolet world. Let's start with something that sounds almost like a superpower. Scientists discovered that cats can see ultraviolet light. Humans can't. To your cat, the world contains an entire layer of information that's completely invisible to you. White bed sheets may glow. Certain flowers reveal hidden patterns. Even tiny traces left behind by insects and animals can become easier to detect. Imagine walking through your home and suddenly seeing glowing marks everywhere that were invisible before. That's much closer to what your cat experiences every day. And if that sounds impressive, wait until you hear what they can do in the dark. 9. A world much brighter at night. Have you ever noticed your cat confidently walking around in a room that looks completely dark to you? That's because cats can see in light levels far lower than humans can. Their eyes contain far more light-sensitive cells than ours, and they have a special reflective layer behind the retina that gives incoming light a second chance to be detected. That's also why cat eyes appear to glow when light hits them at night. To us, the room looks dark. To your cat, it still contains enough information to move, explore, and even hunt. They can't see in complete darkness, but compared to us, it's not even close. 8. Sounds you will never hear. Let's move from vision to hearing. Humans can hear sounds up to around 20,000 hertz. Cats can hear frequencies more than 3 times higher. That means there are sounds happening around your home right now that literally do not exist in your world, but they absolutely exist in your cat's world. Tiny electronic noises, insects moving, small animals hiding nearby. Your cat hears all of it. Sometimes when your cat suddenly looks toward a wall or turns its ears toward something you can't hear, there's a good chance it detected a sound that never even reached your awareness. 7. Secret mouse conversations. This incredible hearing evolved for one reason: hunting. Mice communicate using extremely high-frequency sounds. To humans, these sounds are completely silent. To cats, they're crystal clear. Imagine sitting in a room while someone next to you is having a conversation. You hear every word. The person beside you hears absolutely nothing. That's basically what happens when a cat detects mice. So when your cat freezes and stares at a wall, it might not be staring at nothing. It might be listening to a conversation happening inside the walls. 6. Whiskers that work like radar. Most people think whiskers are just long hairs. They're not. Whiskers are powerful sensory tools. Each whisker is connected to highly sensitive nerves that constantly gather information about the environment. Your cat can detect tiny changes in airflow. It can sense objects nearby without touching them. And it can even build a mental map of spaces using whisker information alone. That's why cats can squeeze through tight spaces with incredible accuracy. Their whiskers are constantly measuring the world around them. In a way, they're almost like a biological radar system. 5. The flickering lights you can't see. Here's something strange. Many lights in your home aren't actually steady. They're flickering very quickly. Humans usually can't notice it. Our brains smooth it out. Cats process visual information faster than we do. As a result, some lights that look perfectly normal to us may appear to flicker to them. Imagine spending your entire day under lights that constantly pulse on and off. You'd probably stare at them too. And this may explain why some cats seem oddly fascinated by certain lamps, screens, or light fixtures. 4. A completely different color world. You might think your cat sees the same colors you do. It doesn't. Cats don't experience color the way humans do. They struggle to distinguish some colors that look very different to us. But remember, they also see parts of the ultraviolet spectrum that we can't. So while we have a richer experience of some colors, cats have access to visual information we never see. In other words, your cat's world isn't less colorful, it's differently colorful. And that's a fascinating difference. 3. tiny movements you never notice. This ability might explain a lot of weird cat behavior. Cats are incredibly sensitive to movement. Tiny movements. A small insect on a wall. A dust particle floating through sunlight. A spider crawling across the floor. Your cat often notices these things long before you do. Its visual system is designed to detect motion quickly and accurately. So when your cat suddenly locks onto a spot that seems empty, there's a good chance something actually moved. You just didn't notice it. 2. Sensing weather changes. Have you ever noticed your cat acting strangely before a storm? Many owners report it, and there may be a scientific reason. Cats are highly sensitive to changes in air pressure. They may also detect distant sounds and subtle environmental shifts before humans notice them. While your weather app is still showing sunshine, your cat may already know something is changing. No, they aren't predicting the future, but they might be detecting clues from the environment far earlier than we can. 1. Your cat lives in a 200-degree world. And finally, the number one thing that separates your cat's world from yours, their field of vision. Humans see roughly 180 degrees around them. Cats can see around 200 degrees. That wider field gives them a huge advantage when detecting movement. Something can move at the edge of your cat's vision, and it notices instantly. Combine that with superior night vision, superior hearing, sensitive whiskers, and the ability to detect things humans completely miss. And suddenly you realize something important. Your cat isn't just a pet. It's one of the most advanced sensory animals on Earth, living in your house, watching everything, and noticing things you'll never know are there. So the next time your cat stares at an empty corner, freezes at a wall, or suddenly runs across the room for no obvious reason, remember this. Your cat may not be reacting to nothing. It may be reacting to something that exists completely outside your senses. A sound you can't hear, a movement you can't see, or a signal your brain simply isn't equipped to detect. Which of these abilities surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to understand your cat even better, make sure you watch the next video on your screen right now.